Dear students, we are going to begin with the NEET portions in biology. And in NEET, we have distributed in biology around totally 10 units, 10 modules we have made. In the first module, we are talking about living world, and also along with that some of the second PUC portions also combined. But majority of it will be first PUC, because second PUC portions we have little fresh thing in your mind. So we have distributed later modules, some of them which are related chapters of second PUC combined with the first PUC portions. Because you already know that in NEET we will get botany and zoology 50-50% questions, right? So botany portions, so whatever is there in first PUC, second PUC we are combined together, and zoology also first and second PUC we are combined. So I made the chapters in such a way that these will not overlap or they will not be unrelated chapters. Okay. So first in the first module we have started with the living world. Along with that, plantae, we do animalia, then biological classification, then structural organization. It's all thing is first PUC portions. So because this is little bit long back we have done, so it's like a refreshing thing for you, right? So I'll give you some concepts at the beginning. Afterwards, means almost around 1 hour I'll give concept. After that, we'll discuss some of the questions which you have with you. Already the modules have been prepared and sent to you, will be sent to you. Then those things you're going to concentrate. Some of the questions I'll discuss with the answers in detail. Okay, remaining you people have to ask me doubts and all if you have got the remaining whatever the assignments you are getting, that you have to ask me the doubts. So we'll begin with the unit 1, that is about living world. So living world is all about the study of living beings, right? So living world, when you talk about, it's a huge explanation, right? So what you call living, how it differs from non-living. So you all learnt it in a normal way that living organisms will respire, living organisms will undergo mutation, they will reproduce, they will grow in size, they have nervous system, they have self-consciousness. There's so many characters you have learned, right? So apart from that, in living world you have to learn about the nature and the scope of biology. Nature and scope of biology is a basic thing, because suppose you talk about biology, you should know why you have to study that. What is that it consisting of? What is overall biology? So those questions you can be getting as separate questions like branches of biology, who got Nobel Award in biology, or you might have got the careers, what are the careers in biology. So basic things I will be giving you at the beginning. Then we will go to the separate distribution and classification of living beings. Okay. So beginning with the branches of biology. First one is anatomy. Anatomy is study of internal morphology. Means how it appears, if the stem is there, root is there, bones are there. Take section, give the stain and observe under microscope. Anatomy. Study cytology, study of cells. Cells and cell organelles and cell wall, then cell membrane, mitochondria and cell division, cell cycle, everything you learn in that. Then come to the morphology, it is the external appearance of organism, and physiology is functioning of the cell or organism, like how the organism will live. It will respire, it will breathe, and how it will digest the food, how it will circulate the blood, what are the components of blood circulation, why it has to circulate, everything comes under physiology, not only humans, plant physiology also. Then taxonomy, it is a classification of organisms. How do we classify, on what basis we are classifying. Then under taxonomy we are going to take every organism and name them according to the biological nomenclature, that is binomial nomenclature. Then some special branches I am dealing with, that's about chondrology. This kind of things little rarely they will be asked. Chondro refers to, you know, it is chondrin. Just relate the words. Chondrin is the cartilage matrix of the cartilage. So chondrology is nothing but the study of the cartilage. Then come to chorology. This you might not have heard. The chorology, some of the different branches I am just giving you. Although you will get the whole of all these various branches in a small booklet form I made it. But some of the separated things I am explaining you, like that you have to learn everything. Chorology is the geographical distribution of organisms. How are they distributed and on what basis, why they are distributed. Some are in Galapagos Island are different, and how the organisms differ here. That is called chorology. Then comes cryobiology. Cryobiology is nothing but study of effect of the cold temperature on living beings. Like cryobiology is liquid nitrogen temperature. You are going to learn about that effect of low temperature on organisms. Then epidemiology. This you must be very much right now familiar with it because we are dealing with a big epidemics, that is corona. It is about the infectious diseases, how they transmit, how they spread from one person to another person. So this is a major one which is under medicine. First they will be dealing with epidemic. There will be a separate unit of epidemics where you will be learning about the infection, how they start, how they spread from one person to another person. Then comes etiology. It is a cause of disease, means why it happens. What is that etiology? Is how it starts. Etiology, the cause. Then we talk about some more very easy understanding type, but they are asked many times and these are very confusing also. One is eugenics, one is euphenics, one is euthenics. Three things are there. So learn the difference between these three because almost they appear or they sound same, right? First one is eugenics. It is the improvement of human race through laws of heredity. It is simple one. If there is any disease in the one of the Mendelian family, then how to improve it is by, or the plants having some disease, how to improve them by cross-pollinating or back-crossing. All that is called as a eugenics, improvement of human race, not the plants, is only human race through the laws of heredity, means what Mendelian laws are saying. Then comes euphenics, it's an improvement of human race by altering proteins through genetic engineering. So this is an advanced thing because earlier we are only restricted to hereditary characters. Now we can modify that. So eugenics is modification of human race through modifying proteins, right? Through genetic engineering. Means suppose there is sickle cell anemia, next generation should come out of that or get rid of that. Then you are going to trace the gene required or involved in that, cut and remove it, put the right one. That is euthenics. Euphenics is the improvement of human race. Euphenics is different, eugenics is different. You can remember genetics through hereditary laws. Euphenics is through protein synthesis, altering the proteins. Then comes euthenics. It's the improvement of modern generation through better nutrition. See, these are all different things. Modern generation which is suffering from the hidden hunger or nutrition problems, you can modify that human race by providing the proper nutrition. That's called euthenics. So the three things you understand properly: eugenics, euphenics, euthenics. Then ethnology. Ethnology is study of mankind. Right? Wherever we call ethno is the human beings. Right? Ethology is different from ethnology. Ethology is behavior of animals, not humans. Then exobiology is study of possible life outside the earth. Means it's like some of the hypotheses are there, theories are there. Life has come from other areas or other systems, solar systems. So that if possibility is there, then you have to study in exobiology. Then we talk about fathers of various fields in biology or scientific fields. You know some of them, just I given list them off. Apart from that, some more on 10 to 15 people I have given you in the booklet. First one is Aristotle. You know, he is father of biology, he is father of zoology, also embryology. Three things. Aristotle is father of biology, father of zoology and embryology. Then Theophrastus, father of botany. That is the first person who brought the concept of botany. Then John Gregor Mendel, you know, he is father of genetics. Galton is he is the father of eugenics. You know what is eugenics? It's an improvement of human race through laws of heredity. So that was the Galton who started that concept first. So he is said to be the father of eugenics. Then Morgan, he is father of modern genetics. Father of modern genetics is started with working on DNA. Then he started working on Drosophila and studied sex-linked inheritance, sex determination, everything. He started working linkage and crossing over, everything. It started with Morgan, right? Other than this, you know a lot of people like father of Green Revolution in India, Dr. Swaminathan, right? Father of White Revolution in India, Mr. Korean, Varghese Korean. Like that you have a lot of people, but few I am just giving you a gist. Then come to the careers in biology. Careers is what you can do in future after finishing PUC. What all are your future plans? You can plan only after studying this. So, but anyway, these things you will learn. You will come to know so many fields are there for you to study in future. First is agronomy. It is study of croplands and the fields. That's almost agriculture. Then microbiology, study of microorganisms and microbial genetics. Genetic engineering, study of modification of genes, right, through DNA hybridization. Then pharmacology, study of drugs and preparation and extraction of medicines from plants and animal extracts. Then biomedical engineering, this most of them they confuse with genetic engineering. It's not that one. Biomedical engineering is the production of spare parts of man, means body parts they are preparing. For example, like artificial limbs, artificial heart valves, artificial liver or alveoli or the pacemaker, all those things. That's called as biomedical engineering. These fields are already there. If at all you go to engineering, this is a part of engineering. You can go to biomedical engineering also. In some of the engineering college we have this, right? So these are some of the basic fields of biology and various scientists and careers in biology, right? After this we will deal with the other parts, that is the biodiversity, then after plantae, animalia and the structural organism, plants and animals. Okay, so let's continue the next one about the next part, that's how to deal with the separate the classifications, 5 kingdom classifications, etc.